Michael Helms again. We're going to go over the use of the ESO, which is the scheduling software, in the way of getting a hold of adding in late times and adding to your current shift that you're already scheduled on after it, or end of shift stuff like after you're back if you need to do reports, get the truck fixed, wash the truck, all that stuff. That's all allowed. You can get paid for it. You just have to know how to put it in so you can pay for it right. And we're going to use, I'm using an Android system. I'm using Google Chrome. If you have an iPhone, it may be a bit different. Okay, so we're going to go right here, click on here. I'm going through it from the base system, just in case you're a new hire. So we're going to log into the Acadian Central. Once you get used to using it and your phone gets used to using it, you'll go into this ESO thing and you can pop it directly in. So since my thing's already hooked up through Duo, I don't have to keep putting my password in. You will see it pause for a second just in case I don't get my little password going. I'll log in here. It's gonna pause for a second, and we're back, and it successfully went through. It's gonna show a little funny screen. No, it's not going to. Okay, cool. So this is your full website on my phone, Android. So you're gonna go to apps. Go find good old ESO scheduler, which is this ESO scheduler app right here. And then I'm gonna pause this for a second, but pretty much put in your employee number here on the top line and whatever your password is. I'm gonna pause it for now so I can put my stuff in. Okay, we're back. I'm in the system now. I don't want to mess around with the current schedule I'm sitting in, so you're gonna see me do something. Now you want to add something, go to your green little thing over here, go down to approved time card. You're gonna see what I'm currently working with. That's separate. I'm gonna jump ahead. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing it so you can have like a blank slate. So I'm just gonna go to area where it just shows my normal 12/28 schedule if it gets around to it. Okay, it's want to be a pain. I can show you otherwise. Ah, there it is. Cool. Okay, so this is a normal schedule. This is my 12-hour rotating schedule, minimum time hours. So if you work on a 36/48, you'll be getting 8 hours overtime, less than 80 hours of straight time. So anyway, so let's say you got off on one day, and you say, let's say we got off, you worked whatever, you worked late, and now you need to put late times in. You came back to base after your off time, which this one's 1,800 hours. You go over here to enter time. It's going to go to another screen format. It takes a little bit to load sometimes, depending upon your internet and your phone and all that jazz. Like I said, it takes a little while sometimes. There, okay. So you go up here. Now it already has the 20th, so you want to move it to the date that you want. We're saying since the shift is on the 22nd, we're going to be off late that day, as if you got off. So since we're working from the 103 district, which is the Bexar County supervision area, if you're out there, if you're for another payroll code, cool. But with me, I'm always 103 unless I'm working for another agency in the company, which is like NEMZO or AIQC or some QIC system. If one of you do work for them and you want to see how it looks from that side, let me know. So with us, unless you're working something special like tactical, it's going to be Bexar County medics. Doesn't matter if you're basic or intermediate, just general, everybody's a medic that's in the field. So schedule time, you're not going to add that. You're going to go to, if you're late off, if you're not back to base by your off time, you want to put late call. I'm 12/28, so whatever unit you're supposed to be on for that day, every time you enter additional time for that thing, you have to go to that place there. Now I'm a paramedic, so I'm putting paramedic. So since we were supposed to get off, if I can get my keyboard up, we're supposed to be off at 1800, so that's your start time now. So let's go. Okay, so you go here, you have your 1,800 hours, that's the off time. So you're just adding an additional time. So if you spend an hour, you spend 25 minutes, that's how long you took. You got back at 1825. You don't have to put any, if it's not beyond an hour, then don't put in anything in the hour. The left cord, this left area, that's an hour point. This low right one is a minute one. So let's say we're off 25 minutes late. Okay, cool. So I believe most of you will be, I think schedule 16, but you talk to your bosses, but I'm thinking schedule 16 is the average thing now. So we'll say 16. I'm 38 because I'm a CCT medic, but that's just how it is. Don't be putting the wrong times in. They'll catch you if you put something higher, and they won't catch it possibly if you put something too low that actually gets you less pay. So you don't want to be doing something less. So if you're supposed to be 16, use 16. Don't be using 10 if you're not a 10. Anyway, but you do want to put a note in here. So late call, and you know those last 4 digits of your run number? Yeah, you're going to want to put a little thing like this and put whatever the last 4 of that run number, late. And then that's how you're going to add to that. Now, let's say you stayed off shift and you still had a few run reports to do. So we're going to submit this. It's going to pop up on that thing. I'm going to go back through and delete all this stuff after this, but now it's added. Now, let's say I'm getting off late. Hey, well, that means I need to reload stuff. Maybe I need to do a report. Maybe clean the truck. That'd be awesome if I'm at Shirts. I have a wash station there. So now I go back to this enter time thing. Click on the enter time. Now we're going to add on to, remember we said we got off 25 minutes late. So go back up here. We want to restart this whole thing on the 22nd. Cost center again. Let's see. Where are we going? Going to 103. So yeah, it kind of takes a little bit to get a 103 sometimes. It's easier on the computer if you're doing this, so I'm just doing this because some of you maybe just throw in your stuff numbers in before you forget about them. Now the important thing about here is we're not using late time, we're not using schedule time, we're using end of shift duties. So end of shift duties, yes. Still the same shift, so whatever shift you're working for your end of shift duties, or for your normal shift, is your end of shift duties shift. So qualifications, whatever you are, whatever your spot is, use it. Now for your start time for this particular one, remember we said 18:25 was the time we got off, the time we got back, so we're going to make that our start time for this little spot. Let's say you spent another 40 minutes. You're technically, from what I've heard, allowed 15 minutes per report plus about 15-20 minutes, I don't know, for random stuff like washing the truck. If it's super dirty, if you have a lot of problems with the computer, make sure you let your supervisor know. And this is what this little narrative thing is for. Hey, this is all the stuff I did. I helped unload. Maybe I restocked the stock room, trying to help out supervisor, whatever. But you put in the amount of minutes. So you want to put your start time on the end of shift schedule, the one that you had from your late times. So that starts that. So you get your 40 minutes on board. You want to put helped with cleaning up and whatever else. I mean, 40 minutes, you want to be doing more than help cleaning up. You want to put more stuff like took somebody trash out, restock the truck, handed over crew report, put my narcs away, put the gear away, had computer problems, whatever it is. And then so whatever it is, much more narrative than that. I push submit. And you should see where it actually has 2 separate things here. 3 actually. It's going to be 3 entries in one day. So you see these 3 entries now. This is the first primary one that you had. That's cool. Then you have this other one right here. That's the late call. You'll see it over here. So you have schedule earning code 1, which is your primary shift. Earning code C is your late call part, and then earning code ES is your end of shift schedule. Now, if for some reason you made a mistake and you're like, oh God, I entered it to the wrong date, we'll go down to here. You have the little X mark here. Click on the X mark. Go back up here, wherever the hell it is. I don't know. This is where it gets kind of annoying. Okay, X mark. Hit confirm if you want to delete it for sure. Cool. Now I want to delete both of these, so it hasn't happened to me yet. Next week I'm sure I'll be off late for some reason. And we deleted it. So this shows you how to add in appropriately your late times, because they want to be able to track how much off you're late, see how late dispatch or call volume or whatever's going on is getting you off late. And also they want to see how much time you're spending at the station. If there's computer problems, which, hey, we only have 1 or 2 working computers at church station, and the others work for wheelchair vans, but the rest, there's only 1 or 2 that really work for this EPCR thing. So the more we document, hopefully the more they're gonna fix stuff. The more they see the problem and they're popping up on their radars, the more they're likely to hopefully fix it. But that is pretty much a little 10-minute plus little walkthrough on how to add times to your shift appropriately, so you can get paid for the hours that, well, Acadian's billing because of all the work you're doing. So we want to make sure you get paid right, get paid, and we don't want to be having you give away your time for free. Anyway, you guys have a good day.